Wow, our GPU usage is insanely high here. What is going on with that? Oh, I know what's going on with that. We're going to fix it. We're going to go to bookmarks, we're going to go favorites, and we're going to turn off folding at home. Because folding at home on the laptop works a little different. Stop now. Then on the desktop. So then when we kill folding, how does our GPU usage look? Back into where it should be. Fantastic. We should be live on Twitch now, as well as on YouTube. YouTube, it tubes. Boom. Okay, cool. We're gonna pop out the chat over there. I'll make sure it's set to live chat. Boom. So we can see it properly. Okay. Hey, Kindless. Welcome, Vicari the Hero. Okay. We are doing something totally different today. So, we haven't done one of these streams in actually probably almost exactly a year. A year ago or so, I set up this studio in the first place, and it has some opportunities for tidying now. We need to post that on Twitch, or not Twitch, streaming, some studio tidying, and PCI capture card installation now on Twitch and YouTube. Now this laptop doesn't have all the fancy music and everything that we do for the pre-stream stuff. So we're going to go ahead and kill that. Okay, we're going to kill that. Cool. Okay. So, this is me. I'm Joe Hills. My name is Joe Hills. Glad to see y'all. Okay, so in order to make this remotely viable as a experience for the chat, I'm going to have to move these chat windows over here and make them smaller. Okay, we're doing a lot of this as we go, because I don't normally do these in-person studio streams where I am primarily on the floor. But, as you may or may not be able to tell, the computer is on the ground over there. You can't tell. It's completely invisible. We need to get the computer out from the ground over there and put a new PCI capture card in it. And that's probably going to require like moving everything in here in order to even get to the computer. And then we might have to move everything in here to hook the computer up to... So the output of the capture card is an HDMI monitor, and I might be able to do that picture-in-picture on my existing monitor, but I might need to move a third monitor somewhere in here, too. We haven't figured that out yet. That's a part of this. So, step one is going to be to shut down this computer, I guess. Excuse me. Oh no. Dang it. I can't easily mute when I'm facing away from the thing. Okay. Fantastic. This is going to be a super high production value stream, everybody. Computer, wake up so I can put you to sleep for a long time. No, just for a while. Okay. So... Okay. Shut down that. Okay, good. I'm like basically covering anything important. How do you power down a Windows PC? It like doesn't come up. Shut down. There it is. Okay. So the computer is now shutting down. No, seriously, shut it all down. I don't care about any of that. Go to sleep. Sleep, computer, sleep. Okay. Yeah, I can turn the chroma on if you want. Like, you probably don't want to. But, okay. Welcome, Angelfish, Rotation, Mahi Zero, Second Fifth, Centauratron, Mr. Hardluck, Ruby Phoenix, Judd Otto, Greyheart, Havard Neschi, Ego Sum, Lord Josie, Alex Katz, glad y'all could be here. Okay, I'm also realizing I don't have a window open with the tip alerts, because I need to be able to see those when those come in. Okay. Tips are welcome via the normal tip link, although realistically, I have no idea if people want to watch this, so, yeah, so. Okay, here we go. So that computer should be shut down now. I think it's powered down. It's not making the noises like it's powered up. So let's get some things out of the way. Folding chair. This is the chair that I sit in every day for streams. I have a nicer chair over there for guests. When we have like guest moderators, they get to sit at that table. Yay! Because guests should have a slightly nicer chair. But unfortunately, I don't have the money for a second nice table. So that's on the improvement queue list. This is a pretty good table. It's got like a metal bar underneath it. One thing that I was gonna do, I completely lost my phone. Boy. Okay, well, I was gonna use my phone as a portable camera, and then I put it down somewhere. Oh boy. There it is, I found it. Okay. So, now that we've got that found, well, we don't need that yet, but I know where it is now. I know where it is, and I'll be able to find it again later. We're going to move some of these props and stuff out of the way, as well as some of the technology, I guess. Let's go ahead and get the VR gear out of the way first. And of course, I have a bunch of extra stuff where I would normally put the VR gear on the shelf back here. So let's just kind of move that. We are going to need to move some of the arts and crafts supplies. Like, we've got a bunch of drawing stuff over here. Part of this tidying process is that, like, right now, nothing is particularly well organized with the crafting area here. And we kind of do need to sort that out eventually. We got a bunch of paper mixed in with a bunch of wires. So that's not optimal. Let's put that over here on the moderator table for the time being. Let's see. So Yazzie says, I thought that was my phone for a second. Hey, welcome, Brain Boy. Okay. We've got more Bezier curves. Woo! Put that over here. Okay. Just all sorts of random stuff. So, in order to get to the computer, I think... oh yeah, I'll leave the abacus here where you can see it, so that when we actually get tips, they'll show up. I don't even know what this tool came with. This is like a hex wrench with a handle. It's really, really nice. I don't... Did that come with... Oh, it came with the chair when I built that chair. Okay, that's what it was. So, let's see. Knives and scissors can go with the other art supplies, as well as the Christmas magnet. I don't know where to put that. We'll put it with the other art supplies for right now, just while we get organized. Hey, welcome, Spider Nom. Glad you could join us. Let's see. Okay. So, can I open a separate preview window? Windowed projector preview. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So I can put this windowed preview. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great, great, great. We'll just make OBS really small down there. And then we'll move this Gmail thing over here so then I can see if I get tips. Uh-oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Yay, computers. Hey, welcome, NJ. Capture card came in, so we're going to get that installed today. That's part of the plan. Anyway. Okay. Oh, boy. So these books on here that this monitor is on top of are on here pretty good. Okay, how long are these monitor cables, and can the monitor move? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so we've got the monitor moved. Okay. these books out of the way now here. We have now cleared a space on the table. Yay! So with that space cleared on the table and the computer behind that space, it's going to be... yeah, the capture card was ordered a while ago. Safier says, Joe, I had no idea that Green Screen Dress was a parody until I watched Tick Tick Boom, and I was very confused. Yay, it's working. Hey, though, Connor, too. He says, this reminds me of the time your brother sorted through his old files on Twitch. Yeah, so basically, this is... So we got a new capture card that I ordered, and now I realized that in order to get to the computer, I'm going to have to move everything. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I've got my drink well out of the way here. Good old non-sponsored cola. Okay. So to get the computer actually up, we're going to have to do a few things. We're going to have to unplug everything connected to the computer. And I think this is a stage where maybe getting the Epic Cam app working is going to be a little bit more, as the kids might say, crucial. Oh, you know, I had that little baby tripod in the other room. I'm going to run and grab the baby tripod real quick, because I think that'll be easier for under the floor stuff. Baby tripod, get! Woo! Here it is. Baby tripod. Baby tripod. I've never actually used this. It came with a webcam that I ordered for the pinball streams, but it should theoretically work with this phone clip here, which, I mean, it obviously does. It's a standard size. And then, so we attach the phone to that. Okay. Then we can point the phone. We can drop the phone. And so let's see, what is that pointed at? That's pointed the wrong way now. Okay. So this is not a great setup, I'm gonna be honest. And you're gonna see even more clearly what I mean. Let's get some light down here. Okay. Wow. That's... ouch. That sure is something. Okay. So. The illusion is broken. Yay. Glad to help, Grant Rogers. Glad to help. So, have a good night, Viper. Yeah, I'm streaming from the laptop because the main computer is unplugged. So, we're going to go back to OBS now, and we're going to add a new input feed here. Video capture device. And we're going to add existing Epoch Cam. And can we filters on that? Get rid of the cropping. Okay. So let's go ahead and cover the top part of that there. Yeah. So this is kind of good. I don't even know. But yeah. See, there's the little cell phone camera down there. But yeah, like I said, I just bought this. I bought a new graphics card, or not graphics card, a new capture card. So it is a good time to mention that tips are welcome via paypal.me/joehills and YouTube Super Chat. Let's go ahead and make this text layer here smaller, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, uh, in order to actually get in here, we've got a few things going on. Wow, I've got a dice bag that makes everything unlevel. Oh, here's the other controller for that. Okay. So here is our power system UPS, which has, that should not be tangled running through there. That's no good. We have a lot of tangled webs we weave, it seems, here. So the most important thing we can do right now, well, hold on, let's get this tie out of the way. Maybe we put the tie and the hat in the other room. How is I know the audio quality is not going to be as good as if I was on the main mic stand mic, but can you all still hear me when I walk away from the laptop? We're all just a cute tiny tripod on the floor. Oh no. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that was the CO2 monitor. It just fell. Nothing. Okay, let's get this phone out of the way because we're not really using it. Nobody even asked me to call Green anymore. So we can get this phone moved for now. Push pin. Don't want to sit on that. So we're going to move that there. Bezier curve packaging. We can get rid of chains. Oh no, you can't see them. Chains. Let's just set here. I guess for right now. Ooh, hair tie. We can tie my hair. Yay. Not, well, like a professional or anything. But, oh wow, that's the worst possible hair tying job ever. That is clinically proven to be a bad job. So bad, in fact, I'm going to pull that back out before I go back on camera. Because that's just a disappointment to everyone, really. Okay. Am I sure I'm on the AirPod mics? Okay, the laptop audio says the input is the AirPods Pro. Let me verify that over here. Properties, advanced. You know what? OBS was using the wrong one. Okay. Let me lower myself so I'm not peeking. Okay, so yeah, the system was set. Yeah, I'm hiding my hair behind the. Okay, look, I fixed it. So now my hair is coming out behind the hat. Look, I pulled the terrible ponytail from the hair tie through the hat and then removed it. So now it looks somehow worse, I'm assuming, but yeah, that's a different source. This is a tech stream. Sometimes stuff doesn't go right. It's okay. Okay. Let's pull this carpet better so that we can move over here more conveniently. What is this? That's a chessboard that knocked over the other thing. Sorry, camera. Okay. So we have some chess pieces here. More magnetic art blocks. We'll put there. What is this? Oh, it's another phone holder, just not as good a one for tripods. Although, oh, it's an upright phone holder. Oh, or actually no, it's got two. It's got a thing there and there. Okay, well that's good to know we have. That would be helpful for pinball streams maybe. Okay, so we're gonna yank the power on the computer. Okay, and then we're going to, I was gonna say we're gonna take a picture of where everything's plugged in, but we actually can't do that while the camera is plugged in. While we're running the camera for the. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend that I have a good plan here. So the VR one is last. So it's white label, blue ring, VR. White label, blue ring, VR. Where you get your white labels from? Okay, so we're gonna pull out these. Well, actually, you know what? It would be very hard to do these in the wrong order because the display port has to go in the display port slot. So that's fine. Meanwhile, all of our actual USB ports are behind this thing up here. And are we going to be able to move this without dropping a monitor elsewhere? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. So this is where things get fun. We now have a whole bunch of USB things. So what is this USB thing? What does this one run into? We should probably actually, okay, so this one and this one, we've got two of these that are just chargers for the, and updaters for the, Valve Index handset. Okay. Thank you, Aline the Wizard, for taking a screenshot. Yay. Okay. Congrats on being asked to be part of the National Technical Honor Society for the third time in 3 years grant. Okay. The mic is a bit worse, but we'll hear you wherever you are. Okay. So, that sounds good to me. Well, I mean, it might sound worse to you, but we'll make it work. Okay. So what's this? This is the Ethernet. There's no way we're gonna screw that up going back in. Okay, this is the Valve Index, USB. Okay. This is the Valve Index power. Okay. So we've got all of our Valve Index stuff pulled out. So that's not an immediate concern. We are going to need that on Thursday. Now I've got USB mouse and presumably USB keyboard. Because I like to plug those directly into the computer so that I don't have to wait for the monitor to wake up, which is hard. It's hard to wake the monitor up with the USB hub if it's not powered. We just moved the whole thing to face the wall. Sorry. Okay, is this a pink toy frog? Apparently it is. I'm not sure how that got back there. I think this is the kind where you press down on the tab and it like jumps forward. Okay. So that's probably how that got back there, is by jumping. What else have we got here? Ow. This one's our USB hub. So we're gonna definitely need that. And then we've got up here, these are the Wi-Fi antennas. We can leave those plugged in. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do at this point now is let's go ahead and temporarily disable the close-up cam, because we're going to move the close-up cam from its little baby tripod here into the ring light. And I don't want people getting dizzy while I'm spinning this around to remove it. Highborn Leak says, are we cable managing along the way?
Possibly. Like that's like an after if we get everything else done quickly thing. We'll be doing some cable managing. But the highest priority is getting this PCI cord working. Or the PCI capture card. Dang it. Okay. And we have completely broken. Apparently, that thing was ready to break. So, good thing I just found this other metal reinforced phone grabbing thing, because otherwise I would not be able to do pinball streams in the near future, and that would be really unfortunate. So, okay, we're gonna try this one now. What's making a buzzing noise? Okay, so we're gonna loosen this so that we can rotate this around. Okay, now we're gonna raise this up such that when we get the computer on the table here, we'll be able to see inside and be well lit. Does that make sense? Okay. Alrighty, see you, Safi. Have a good one. Okay. So, yeah. Let's make sure we haven't missed any tips. Quick reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, now we got to get this computer up here. This computer is very heavy. And also the antennae are stuck in the thing there. So that's bad. Let's temporarily remove this acoustic foam so we're not rubbing against it. You know what? We can even put it back here for right now. Yay, foam. You keep on acousting, you. Okay. So we're going to move the ring light over this way temporarily while we try to figure out. The best way for me to do this is probably to actually climb over the table. Let's remove everything that doesn't really have to be on the table from the table too while we're at it. Like this mouse here can really go over here. Get our mouse pad out of the way. That's not really crucial, as the kids would say. Okay. So now I think there's room for me to swing over the table. Should have worn looser trousers. Okay, this table cannot support my weight, so I'm shifting from. How am I gonna get back over? Once I get the computer up here. You know what? That's a problem for later. Let's just because I'm realizing there's no way to get the computer up here from over there either. So we're gonna have to just worry about this one step at a time. Okay, this is gonna be one of those like boat problems where you've got to cross the river with a cabbage, a rabbit, and a fox or something. Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. Okay, so the trick, I think, is going to be, instead of laying the computer flat from back here, though, I kind of angle it to the side here and then try to climb back over without putting my weight on any of this stuff, because this stuff is all not, like, weight-bearing. But there's a clear path. Alternately, I could try scrambling underneath here, which would normally work, but the ring light, I think, is in the way. Okay. This is a bad idea. Okay. Badger came up here to make sure that if I fell, she could laugh at me. Thanks, Badger. I believe you. Okay. Thanks, Patrick. Hey, speaking of thanks, we got our first tip of the stream from Jory, who says capture card and or looser trouser fund. Thank you so much. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Oh no, it's Oak says, oh, I'll just put on a Joe Hill stream so I can have some good background noise while painting. Whoops. Oh, did we get a raid? Welcome, Little Diamond Raiders. Sorry, I was on the other side of the desk and I couldn't see it. The room does need monkey bars. Is the table strong enough to be climbed over? As long as you don't put any weight on it, you just gotta hover your leg over it and past it. Okay. So the computer probably does need. It's 55 degrees out. So I think I'm gonna get some fresh air in here. Because it's gonna get super dusty. So let's go ahead and I've seen people say you need to dust the fans. Wow. I need to dust this whole thing. I don't have compressed air, unfortunately. But we can kind of wipe it down a little bit, and there's like clouds of dust coming off it. So that's not, ideal. I guess I could also just get like a small fan and point it at, like, it doesn't have to be compressed air, right? It could just be, oh, I could turn on the overhead fan. That's probably not strong enough. Okay, core concept. Let's get this thing on its side so we can remove the side that we need to remove. I think, okay, so the flat side here is the side we lay it down on. Okay. And now we can go ahead and set up the other camera. Oh, good, it's stuck in portrait mode. Can I fix that by turning it that way? Okay. Yeah, the thing is you can't lock it in landscape mode. So, thanks, phone. Okay. So, I've had this case since Hermitcraft Season 1, when people chipped in for me to buy a desktop computer for my birthday. And there's actually a cake boat, a barge with a cake in Hermitcraft Season 1 you can find in the World Download, where the names of the people who contributed to buying this case and the parts that were in it at the time, although I don't think any of the existing parts were, like, I've swapped out everything but the case. Bring out a sweeper with the brush attachment, air will suck out the dust. Have a good lunch break, Highborn Leak. Welcome, Stefan Bark. So says, I'm not sure what I stumbled into, but it's definitely a Joe stream. Looks like I need more than compressed air. Well, you know what? Okay. Maybe you need more than compressed air. I don't know. Can I move this camera? Oh boy. These cameras are not aligned properly. Okay. So honestly, at this point, maybe I should just make that one full screen for now. Okay. So, howdy, Martin C. Welcome, Sawyer Kedler. Okay. Yeah, well, it's good enough. It's good enough. Okay. So, let's get this is our CPU fan here. This entire enclosure is the CPU heat sink, and it's got it's got like two fans. It's got one fan on the outside and one fan between the, wow. This is kicking up a lot of dust. I think I am going to turn on the overhead fan. I hope it doesn't, nope, that was the overhead light. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud. Okay. So I just don't want to breathe all of this. That's my primary concern. Also, I think I'm going to move this further out of the way of the window so that we can have more window. Okay. This is passable. I'm not going to say this is fine, but we're in a situation that's survivable from a breathing standpoint now. Okay. Maybe vacuum the inside and mute the stream for a while. I don't have a vacuum that I could do. Oh, do I have a face mask? I actually do have face masks. That's a really good point. Um, but I think for what we're doing right now, I'm not sure how well it would work with the headphones, is the thing. But okay, for what we're doing right now, like, yeah, I mean, this does kind of seem like a lot of dust. Like, but whatever. Okay. The primary thing that we actually need to do in here is to install a new PCI 4 card. And we have the ability to do that relatively easily because we aren't using a bunch of PCI slots right now. Okay. Could I use a fume hood? Okay. So, core concept, let's get this capture card out of the box. Okay, it's in an anti-static bag. What does it come with? Ooh! It comes with a faceplate. Wait, that's strange. Why would it come with a second faceplate? I guess maybe if you're, in case you, oh, if you have a micro PC, you can remove the main faceplate and use, okay, that's cool. So, okay, I'm going to move this over here. This is not a sponsored stream. I bought this myself with my money. Okay. So I don't necessarily want to show a bunch of logos because I also, but like they have like an in and out thing on here and an in and out thing on the longer one. So the idea is, I guess, if you have a super small PC without full length PCI ports, you can swap that out, which is neat. I've never seen that before. Okay. So we need to open this anti-static bag, and we need to really be grounded. This PC isn't really plugged in anymore. You know what? This still is. Oh, the metal frame on the window might be good enough. Get all that static out. Okay, so this is going to need a real PCI slot, as you can tell. So we can't just drop it in here, right, in this baby PCI slot. This is a PCI 4 card. So we need to drop it in this one. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, that thumb screw is in there way better than I was expecting. Usually these thumb screws pop right out. But that's okay. We can just use this thing they gave us as a makeshift screwdriver because it didn't occur to me I would need a screwdriver, so I didn't prepare one. Despite the fact that I knew what I was doing. Just kidding, I never know what I'm doing. Okay. So we can pull this out, which is like a little vent guard thing. And then basically the new card would just connect similarly. Okay. Sledgehammer, not quite. Okay. Where's my other window? Here. Okay, there it is. Cool. So, we're going to take this card We're going to make sure we don't trap this wire underneath it. And we are going to fit that in to this PCI slot as gently and perfectly as possible. Boom. Of course, the case seems to be a little bit warped, so resting the card in the slot properly is not, because why would it? Getting the card all the way in the slot is stopping us from screwing this in. So, we're back to the sledgehammer suggestion. Can we warp the case back? I mean, it's metal, and it deformed. This is the... So I say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a 10-year-old computer case. It still works fine. But apparently all the years of it being schlepped around and whatnot, I've caught up to it. Oh boy. Well, so that's a potential issue. I mean, as long as nobody yanks on it, it should be fine. But like, I'd really like to screw it in. This was not a cheap card. Okay, let's try deforming the metal closer to... Okay, yeah. So we can either have the card go all the way in, or we can have it flush with the back of the case. Boy. And this is a pretty significant deviation too. Yeah, this is a lot. Why is that other one fine though? Well, it feels like it's pretty well seated in there. If we lift it straight up, and we try to seat it like that, no, it naturally... Okay. Well, I guess kind of the question is, does it work? If it works when it's fully seated like that, even though it looks like it's at like an incredibly awkward angle and is not supposed to be that way at all from the outside. Now, if this plate is designed to come off to be replaced with that other plate, what's the instruction manual for that look like? Maybe we're supposed to take this plate, maybe we adjust this plate ourselves. No manual. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it would be better if we could secure it. Okay, so we're going to try popping it straight back out. Okay, there are 2 screws that hold the plate on to here, but maybe we just deform this a bit. Yeah. Then we line this up here. Hey, what do you know? Just bending the middle on the card was way more optimal than trying to bend the entire case. And problem solved. Now the card goes in straight in, and we just kind of deformed the holder. But the fact that they gave us another holder meant that I knew for a fact that that thing was not considered like an essential or integral component. Okay. So now we need to see if the thing works. So before we do anything else, before we move the computer back, we are going to plug it in here and see how that goes. So let's start. You know how we were talking about cable management maybe being part of this? So we're kind of refiguring out all the cables on the fly, just down to the bare minimum, because we don't need all the microphones and everything. We just need keyboard, mouse, monitor, and then I say that. Also, probably something we can. What HDMI device? Hey, Badger, if you're still watching, you know, like the little Super Nintendo thing that's got like a little power charger next to the subwoofer and like a controller. Is that still there? Maybe I'll go get it. I'm on the wireless headphones anyway, just to make sure that we have a way. I don't want to deal with the switch right now. I'm just trying to get the rough concept. Ah, thank you.
This one.
Yeah, that one. Cool. Is there a controller for it, or if not, I think they're. Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you.
Need an HDMI cable.
No, I got a bunch of those upstairs.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yay, thank you for all the controllers. That's precisely the number I needed. Okay. Okay, so we have a baby Nintendo we can test this with. Okay. Metal bending. Once Toph proved it was possible, you know, not everybody could do it, but, you know, sometimes it's just the first person proving something can be done. That's the hard part. Okay. So, we've got a baby Super Nintendo here. And we got the power for that. We're going to run down to here. Okay. We've got the DisplayPort cable. We're going to need that up here. And that's going to go there. Okay, so we have power, mouse, keyboard, monitor. I think we're ready to start this up. Okay, fans are going. Yay. So let's go back to OBS here and maybe adjust our cameras so that we've got this one there. And that one, I guess, maybe more like this. Yay. Well, we'll see what makes sense. Okay. So Windows seems to be booting. That's a good start. If the computer just black screened when we started making post noises, that would be a different concern. I don't know how long Windows usually takes to boot because I don't really shut this thing down very often. Or when I do turn it back on, it's usually like I walk away. Okay. I have the NES Classic too, don't worry. Okay, whoops. Okay, so Windows seems to have booted. Oh boy. Okay, so I've got all these. What is this layer? Okay, turn that layer off. We'll put this layer here. There you go. Get the mouse back out. Oh, yeah, I was like, there's no internet. Why is that? Well, we unplugged the Ethernet. That'll usually do it. So let's get that back up and over here. Okay, update failed. So we're going to try. So it has a website on the box where we're supposed to go get the drivers from. They don't give you a CD anymore for some reason. Or in the box. It might have been in the box. Where's all my in the box stuff? I know I put it somewhere. Okay. So /gaming/download. Okay, select your product. Is it written on the box? Cool, because I don't remember. Okay. 4K 60 Pro, Windows? Where's the download? Okay. Da 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 da. Opening. Next. Next. No anonymous usage data. Only usage data with my name and face on it. Okay. Has Twitch chat died? The last thing I saw was Sledgehammer. I haven't seen anybody say anything in the Twitch chat for a while. Oh wow, Twitch chat has been saying a lot of stuff since Sledgehammer. Okay, sorry Twitch chat. Hey, welcome Rex. I didn't see you there. Still needs dusting. You know, that's not what we're solving right now. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things with this computer that are currently suboptimal. But yeah. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are currently, I think, 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, so, we've exited the setup wizard. That's good. Don't care if OneDrive isn't synced. Don't care if that isn't there. Don't want Skype to make changes to the device. Okay, so if the capture card is working, then this HDMI in from the Nintendo here. Okay, so that goes in there. We're going to open up OBS. Now, we're not going to be able to start the stream from the other computer because that'll cause problems. But we're going to, if I power this up, is there a light on this? I think this is getting power. I feel like there should be a light. Okay, well, either way, we're going to add a new source. Video capture device, maybe? 4K Pro 60. Says no signal, but that's a start at least. That might be that the Nintendo isn't powered up. I feel like... Did I plug the Nintendo in, is a question. Yeah, there's a red light on the front of this that's not turning on, which is a bad sign. And I am not happy about that. Okay. Okay, so the red light's coming on now. It still says no signal, but hey! Okay. So there we go. Welcome, Draco Wolf Raiders. These streams are getting very raw. Thank you, Sam Perry. Okay. So, the thing is, there's theoretically a little bit of a processing delay on this. So what I would actually want to do is I would want to use the pass-through video on the card to play the game on either a separate monitor or, more likely, the same monitor in picture-in-picture mode. So where's the HDMI in here? Okay, on the monitor. We can plug this into here. Okay. I can't actually see what I'm doing at all. Okay, so the flat side goes on that one. Great. Okay. So we're going to plug this into the output right here. And now, if we go to the monitor menu settings, which I don't know which one that is. Viewing modes, no, I don't want this. Info. Okay, that's not what we want. Display, okay. HDMI. Can we try the HDMI port? Hey, okay, so wait, maybe that's it. So now we're in HDMI output mode. Hey, Mouse Mac, thank you for the 9, who says, hey, Joe, have some funs. Woo, all I want to do is have some funs. I've got a feeling Mouse Mac agrees with me on that one. Boom! That puts us 6 away from the next Face Camera expansion. So thank you, Mouse Mac, for that. Okay. So yeah, the pass-through should theoretically be faster than the non-pass-through. Let's move this mic out of the way, because right now we're not using it. But okay, so what I want to test, in order to really see how the pass-through works. Whoops, whoa, cancel? Yeah, cancel. I want to go down to picture-in-picture control, enable picture-in-picture, and go to dual split, picture by picture. And now I should be able to see how much of a delay there is, right? Does that make sense? We can see the OBS is on, the honestly, that's not a significant delay at all. But let's just try something. Okay. Mario A, one player game. Is there a delay? I mean, this is a pretty high-end card, and so it might be minimal. This is, hey, Bunny KO. Glad you could join us. Because the other thing is, so this card is designed to deal with 4K video at 60 frames a second. And we're only doing 1080p. Honestly, this might only be 720p coming out of this baby Super Nintendo. So maybe for the baby Super Nintendo signal, it's just passing it through no problem. But on the Switch, we would have more of a problem. I don't know. Okay. Picture in picture might have a processing delay itself, says Gamer Girly. Maybe. That's true. Cheesiest says, there is a delay. It's a fraction of a second, but it's not too bad. The Switch is charged fully if I want to test with the Switch. I think I do want to test with the Switch. So, here's what I am thinking we are going to do. I am going to run and grab the Switch real quick, and then we will try that. It does look like... Oh, the audio is definitely coming through there. That's good. I'm going to have to figure out... I might set up a second monitor, like, because I've got a few, like, old monitors that I was planning on throwing away eventually if, like, I didn't find a use for them, like, or that I use for, like, taking on the road to conventions and stuff. So, like, I could pull out one of these to use as my, this thing has some pretty significant marks on it. Like I said, these are like old monitors. Other people were like, I was gonna throw this away, but I thought you might want it. And I'm like, well, if I don't use it, I'll throw it away eventually, or properly recycle it, really. But yeah. So I've got a 1080p monitor here. I could try this side by side with, and then yeah. So let's, because you're right. The picture-in-picture delay might still cause problems. Okay, so I'm gonna mute real quick while I run and grab the Switch and the dock. Okay, this should be me in the earpods. Okay. So welcome, Michael. Glad you could join us. Okay. So I'm going to close that window. Okay, so we've got the switch dock here. We can replace this input from the... Let's power down the Nintendo. I mean, that was almost instantaneous, but not quite. So that's good to know. Good to see. You'll love to see it. So we got the switch dock here. We can plug in the HDMI out and the AC adapter for that we can just have run out the front for right now. Plug that in here. Okay. So, did I bring the Switch itself? I did. Look at me. I'm remembering stuff. Okay. So we got our Halloween color Switch controllers here. That's the wrong way to face that. Okay. So let's plug our Switch controllers into the little controller holder thing, or the controller, if you will. Power this up. Our controllers have to wake up. That is zippy. If there's a delay, yeah, let's do a system update. Fine. I mean, like, that is a super, that's a shockingly short delay. But once again, we don't know. The picture-in-picture might be adding its own delay. So we're going to go ahead and get this other monitor set up here. Like, I really thought this part through. Oh, boy. Let me get a chair set up here that we can use as a table for the second monitor. And we're going to have oh boy, that does not like having a soft surface. Let's get a different surface to use for that. Okay. New chair. It's actually my old chair, but okay. So now we can set this here. And I'm going to make this smaller for the time being. So we'll be able to see both monitors. I'm going to move this monitor out of picture-in-picture mode. Picture-in-picture control, disable picture-in-picture. So we can see if the delay is real. Okay, so the output, the HDMI output we currently have running to this monitor here, we're going to pull and run to the old monitor. This thing still has a VGA port on it. So it might look like, oh, this is a nice big screen. It's free and used. But, you know, that's okay. In terms of power cables, I really thought I had an extra power cable right here. I really did. Oh, boy. Like, literally for exactly this sort of thing. So unlike the screwdriver, which I didn't think about at all, I absolutely really did. I was convinced that I had enough power cables to test this. So let's look at my cable pile here. Nope. Well, I can temporarily pull the power cable from this monitor just for testing purposes. Okay, so this thing should now turn on. It's not great, but it should turn on. Okay, we can turn this light down a lot, I think, at this point. We might not even need any of it. Okay, so HDMI no signal. We're going to start the switch back up again now that we've run that system update. I kind of thought it would boot back up on its own, but maybe not. Okay. Oh yeah, we got to restart the controller. Is there any real delay on that? Drew says we're going to do some cable management this stream. If we get everything else working, maybe. I mean, Altered Beast, Termite Heavy, Thunder Force, Toe Jam and Earl jamming. I mean, Sonic and Miles Tails Prowler and do 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 do. Oh wait, did I not hit start? I was like, why isn't it letting me control it? Because it's showing the attract mode. I mean, I'm tapping left and right. I mean, this seems pretty good. What are y'all seeing? So the thing is that if I'm playing the game, I would be playing the game on the second monitor, and then OBS capture being like a tiny split-second delay, like wouldn't probably be noticeable enough that I need to delay my audio from my voice. Because like the problem we had with my old capture card was like when I played Splatoon, like the capture was 15 seconds behind on Splatoon. So I'd be like, oh, I can't believe I died there. And people would be like, what? You haven't died? Oh. Like, because the old one I had was like super basic and not designed for streaming. It was designed for like, oh, you could sync this up later in post production. And I was like, but I want to stream the Nintendo. Okay. I mean, there's no audio right now because this is not a TV, it's a computer monitor and it doesn't have speakers. It does have like a headphone jack that I'm not plugged into, but I mean, on the whole, this seems very promising. I'm playing this game also because it's got like a lot of lightning fast movement and stuff that I was hoping would make it like clearer if there was problems. Oh no! Bum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. I was actually playing for a second while looking at the computer. I was looking at the OBS. It's funny, the delay is so good. I can look at the laptop capturing the screens over here. And I just have to play with mirrored, well, I guess it's not mirrored controls, really. That's incredible. hard to tell the quality of the picture. Well, the thing is, we're not trying to get the quality of the picture. Jay says, is OBS recording or streaming right now? Oh, that's another good point, Jays. Is OBS, if we were actually streaming from that computer, might have more slowdown than what we're seeing now. So the lack of delay. Oh, wait, you know what though? I bet folding at home is running on this thing. Yeah, folding at home is running. Let's pause folding and see if the delay goes away. Because that was eating up like 99.9% of the GPU running folding. Okay, so that's fun. What games do we actually have installed on here? Metopia, we don't have the car, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't bring any of the game cards in here. So right now we're just playing the stuff that I have like downloaded. But yeah, if we opened up, so we were doing the Genesis thing, but let's go over here to the NES thing. So there's me. Okay, checking if the software can be played. It should be. Okay. Immortal. I mean, this seems pretty good. First you draw a circle, then you dot the I's, add a great big smile, and presto! It's Kirby, the Kirbyest Kirb. Okay. I mean, is the delay seem the same? Maybe I shouldn't have switched games. Oh no, that's a spiky guy. Uh-oh, we got this thing. Uh-oh. Oh no, that guy's gonna get us. Ouch. What about this guy? Is he gonna get us? Not if I can help it. I'm Kirby. Oh, that's a cannon. Oh, don't jump on the cannon. Ooh, there's a star. Woo! Do do do. Can I control this? Or is that just not really? If I was doing a professional Smash tournament, it might be a problem. That's true, it might be. Haha, I have eaten your bomb. Ouch. I'm actually playing looking at the screen up there instead of. But to answer the question though earlier of is OBS going to be impacted by the performance of actually streaming harder than just having the capture right now, the folding at home uses way more resources, and so it seems like it would be okay. It looks almost synchronous, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the home menu. It's imperceptible, almost, which means it's perceptible. When I jump between the home menu and not, it's like 1 or 2 frames ahead on the closer, on the pass-through computer. I mean, that's shockingly good. Like I can bear it's at the edge of my ability to see it, but it might be more noticeable on the stream. So 1 or 2 frames at 60 frames a second. That's I am very happy with this so far. I mean, I haven't actually used it to do a real stream yet, but I think in terms of the question of like, does it work? Yes. Now, Now the new question is, where does this monitor go? Because it has to go somewhere. Assuming we're not just using picture-in-picture on the other one. Although, you know, so I could probably fit all three chats on the other monitor. I don't know if I need a three monitor setup for this technically, but I think it would probably be better to do. Um, okay. Oh, I don't want to get up off the floor. I'm too happy here. Well, so the problem is we have a second monitor, but it already has a place, and the ring light kind of needs to go in the gap between the two monitors. So then the question is like, do I put this? I almost need a more compact pass-through monitor here. Let's see. This other one I have, I think, is VGA and DVI only. Yeah. Okay, so this one can't even do HDMI. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Thinking this through. Yeah, we're going to have to put the computer back on the floor. We're going to have to rewire everything. We're going to have to figure out everything else. So, the Switch has a built-in monitor. Yeah, but I can't use the Switch's monitor while it's in the dock, and it needs to be in the dock. Mahi Zero says, you need one of those mounts that lets you mount two monitors above each other. Honestly, I've resisted that because I was hoping I was going to be moving soon, but since I just had to renew my lease, since house prices are insane right now, I'm not moving soon after all. And so maybe that is a worthwhile investment. Also, I'm not sure that this monitor actually has this monitor here might not have a. Oh yeah, it does have a, what do you call it? Mount. Visa mount, I guess. Or it's Visa mountable. I'd have to buy a Visa mount for it, but it has like screw holes where you could attach a Visa mount. I can get a mount that attaches to the desk. I'm a little bit wary about this desk is okay, but I'm not sure it's that strong. Okay. So, first thing we need to do probably is shut this down and get this back on the floor. Okay. But this has been a very successful test. Sorry, there's a lot of dust in the air. Shut down. And that's going to kill, because this is on the pass-through. When we shut down the computer, I'm assuming the pass-through doesn't work when the computer loses power. Yeah, okay, cool. I was going to say, if that pass-through is just purely electrical, or purely like you relying on the power from the video in, that would be shocking. But who knows? Maybe that's how they do it, is they just, have a hardwired relay. But no, it's not the case. Which makes way more sense. Okay. So, let's see. You can get a pegboard from Home Depot. It's true. Do I need to see OBS while I'm playing? Kind of. Kind of. Because, I need to be able to use OBS to, like, do the face camera expansions and stuff. And I need to be able to monitor audio levels. There's, like, several things that matters for. Okay, so we're going to remove the display port. Remove the Ethernet. Remove the keyboard and mouse. Okay. When we look at this here, why is that? Okay, there's a label on here I want to be able to see, and I can't see it. What does that say? Flash BIOS. I do not want to flash the BIOS. Okay. Super speed 3. It's funny, one of the USB ports is particularly labeled VR ready, and I don't know, does that just mean it's like the closest to the controller? And so they're like, it's slightly more responsive by a tiny fraction of something. Who can say? Alrighty, so getting the computer back down here is going to look a lot like getting the computer up here in the first place, but in reverse. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out the Super Nintendo and its power thing here. What is this? We just unplugged something else that I don't recognize. That could go to anything. Oh, we need that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is the Valve Index lighthouse thing. So yeah, we definitely need that plugged in. Maybe not like this minute, but like, I hope I didn't pull on that too hard. That's a thing we will need plugged in later, for sure. Okay, cool. It's booting back up. So wait, where is this is the Nintendo power. Down here, we're gonna pull that. So let's get the Super Nintendo up and out, off the table at least. Yeah, I do have legs. It comes up occasionally. The OBS stream question was not on here. I mean, I've got more than one way to read chat. Oh, I realize I can't see the Discord chat. Sorry, Discord chat, if you're talking. But yeah, the laptop setup with no external monitor attached to it. I've got the pinball laptop set up now with another screen mounted on a shelf, well, on a bookshelf kind of, not a wall-mounted shelf. But okay, so we're gonna move switch out of the way temporarily. Badger Spanner wants to know if I should be handed the computer. I mean, I kind of feel like I got it the first time. And in fact, it's easier for me to lower it down without climbing over. I don't think I have to climb over to lower it. I think I just have to climb over to raise it. Like getting it up from the floor rather than arresting its fall is a lot different, you know? Okay. So let's do that. Let's arrest the computer's fall. So we're going to have to rotate it up. Okay. Without hitting the camera. Okay, the camera's too low. So now we have two problems. Did I take a thumb screw out of this? I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure that this side was just open. Okay. Okay. So this will be fine. I'm sure of it. Okay, so we're going to incredibly cautiously lower this whole thing over here without putting too much of our weight on the table itself. Let's think about that statement for a second. Okay, we're gonna take our belt off and possibly use that to get more. Okay, we're gonna put the belt underneath the center of this to make lowering it while holding the sides on easier. This is so much easier than letting Badger hand this to me because I don't have to climb over. Okay. Okay, so we got the two sides of the belt. Then we got. Okay. I'm growing increasingly dubious about this plan. Super to Bean says, I feel like he's going to drop it. I already hear Badger on her way over. Hi, are you actually here to help or just to laugh? Okay. So the problem is that if I climb over here, I do have to climb back. And that's its own separate thing that I don't want to do. So one option is for me to slide underneath this like a mechanic, and you kind of lower it onto me, and I guide it down, and then I slide out like a mechanic. How do you feel about that? Does that sound good? That sounds way better to me. So we're gonna just untangle.
Have a soft landing if it lands on you.
Yeah, I don't think it will land on me though. I think that I trust you enough to not really screw this up in a deadly fashion. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here like so. I'm gonna unplug some of these that are actively preventing me from moving that too much. Okay. Okay. So. Hello.
Yes.
So if you want to hand me this.
Very gently rolling it over to you. Right, have you got the back of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it going to fit?
Maybe the table needs to move forward.
Pulling it forwards. And put on this bit here.
Okay, can you adjust around that?
Yep.
I'm not sure what I'm hitting up there. Yeah, I got the weight.
Give me 1 sec. Right, I just lost in pencil case.
Pencil case, not the highest priority.
No, but it was getting in the way.
Okay. So now I just need to get my arm out from underneath. Oh, hey, look, we found some nice goth lettering.
Ooh, very nice.
There you go, for Halloween. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. That lighthouse is not cheap. Well, it's blinking, which either means it's alarmed that something went wrong, or it's totally fine.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to recalibrate all the VR stuff once I get that back in place. That's not attached to anything. Okay. So.
You got anything from underneath it? Also, the panel came off when you did that.
The panel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's not really strictly necessary, but it's nice to have because it's got a fan on it. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. What?
okay under there?
Yeah, I'm good.
You've just been rated by CosmoQuest X.
Oh, thank you, CosmoQuest X. We're in the process of installing a PCI card and dropping equipment on me. So, yay! This is. Yeah, we just installed an HDMI capture card.
Will you be safe if I leave?
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe.
Are you safe?
Oh, yeah, you're safe. Don't worry. Okay. So, there we go. So we got the computer back on the other side of the desk, although it did cause the Valve Index Lighthouse to fall, which is bad. And in order to put this back, I'm going to have to climb back over. Anyway, which is the one thing that I was trying to avoid doing was climbing over the desk. Because climbing over the desk is a real hassle. Okay, let's get this other stuff out of the way here and try and get everything wired again. We're going to switch the camera back to the baby tripod underneath the desk so you can see what I'm wiring. Okay. So, oh my gosh. This is fine. So that camera just fell. Oh boy. Okay. Well, so let's get that. Well, that camera's still working. So we've got that going for us. Let me just get that plugged into the baby tripod underneath the desk here so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So let's get our power set up down here. Baby tripod set up. Okay. So we'll turn the camera back on from the remote camera. What was the lighthouse attached to? A wire. Okay. So you can see now we need to plug everything back in down here. It's fine. It's going great. It's going great. Okay. So let's make that the primary camera for right now. Okay. Got a lot of stuff on the floor there. Well, I kind of had the floor clean before all that stuff fell off the shelf. So I'm not going to feel too bad about it not being clean now. Let's just focus on the things that we can control, okay? So first thing, let's find the cables that we had plugged in when the computer was on top of the desk and plug them back in now that the computer is under the desk. So power goes here. We don't necessarily want to do that first, but we do want to know where it is. Okay, this blue HDMI cable, that's the secondary vertical monitor. That goes second to last. We have the DVI input from the primary monitor, and that's kind of tangled right now with a bunch of other stuff, so we're going to untangle that. Okay, it's tangled with the Ethernet, which we also need, but not yet. So we're going to plug that DVI, or not DVI, DisplayPort, yeah, it's a video one. Back in, we've got our Ethernet right there. Got that in there now. Okay, we have our USB hub cable that goes right there in the super speed port. Dang it, stop making that noise. That is obnoxious. Assuming I can line this up. Okay. We have the USB out. Well, let's deal with that second or later. Okay. We have keyboard and mouse. We're going to plug those into our upper USB ports here, which I can feel but can't see. So, of course, that means I'm going to do this wrong 3 times. Let's move these antennae out of the way. I don't know if you can even see the antennae. Okay. Okay, that's plugged in now. Let's move this monitor back where it goes. Well, actually, we can't move it back because we don't have the books that it goes on top of for elevation purposes. Let's grab those books. We've got Directory of Illustration, numbers 25 and 26 right here. I'm going to switch back to the room view. There we go. So you can see, got the other monitor there. I'm doing my best, Mini Cheese Mouse, for very loose definitions of my best. Low expectations. Low expectations. Okay. So, here we go. That's going to go up there. Like so. I think we can fit... Okay, we're going to put the ring light back. So the ring light normally would go pretty low, so it's like illuminating my face top and bottom. But if we lower it some, but not all the way, we can have the pass-through monitor for the switch go below it right here. Is that showing up on the are we in frame? I think I'm in frame. So you want to have this kind of forward here and up a mite. Just a bit more. Yeah. Okay. So if I'm sitting in the chair and I'm at about this level, that'll work. So the HDMI pass-through needs to run to this dummy monitor here via the output down here. And finally, the oh wait. We got a few other things. Oh, we haven't plugged the VR headset stuff back in yet. Guess we'll plug the this USB one here into the VR ready port. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see. How are we doing here? Welcome, Lepton Lord. 3 monitors supported by books. A true gamer setup. I do what I can. Okay. I mean, this is hopefully going to work. Might not be perfect. And we got a lot of dust everywhere. That I'm sure is completely brand new because it came off the case just now. Okay. So, I'm missing one, I'm short, I should say, one power cable. But you know what, before we do worry about that, let's keep moving with getting the setup for the Nintendo going here. So let's say we put the switch dock here, and we run the HDMI and power down there. Okay, we can have that power come. Okay, we want this cable independent of the HDMI. Okay, boom, boom, boom. HDMI is going down here. Okay, and this power cable is going here. Okay, now we plug in computer power. And I think we boot back up and see if everything's running. So now I have to reach across here to actually power up the computer, which is why I don't turn it off. Because that's a pain, and I don't like doing it. Yay, we did it. Maybe. Is it turning on behind me? Maybe it'll turn on behind me. Maybe not. Hey, there it goes. It's turning on behind me finally. Yay. Welcome, Lepton Lord. Glad you could join us. Okay. So, the whole room is now a mess. But in fairness, it was a mess before we started. So does this power up? No, because, or does it? That doesn't look like it's powering up. We need, ideally, to consider ourselves done, we need each component to power up. Why is this not? Okay. So let's trace that wire. So this is the power coming out of there, and it's running to nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. Well, that will cause that in certain cases. So, power plugged in. Okay. So, the final power cable we need to grab Okay, so there's the switch operating. Okay. Welcome, Despo Hovan. Are we gonna get Switch game streams? That's what we're working toward. Question is, where do I have one more power cable that's not off-site storage? And I'm hoping the answer is in this box. What do we got here? Some incredibly long DVI cables. Hey, that's a power cable. What's the other end of it look like? Yeah, awesome. What else is in here? Hard drive toaster. A bunch of other random stuff. Okay, so let's throw this back in here. Oh, yeah, yeah. What is it getting stuck on? Oh, this speaker cable. Okay. Ta-da! Power cable. Yay. Okay. Cool that Clio is in the US. Clio is not in the US. Clio is in England. Okay. Next problem. Power for this. So, power for this monitor here. It's gonna run down there. Hopefully this is long enough. Okay. And it seems to be, so I'll take it. Boom. Can we bring this back online now? Okay, and then is this working? Did the computer go to sleep? Don't go to sleep, computer. I'm trying to work. La 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 la. Dun dun. No, don't update Skype. Okay. So at this point, I think what we want to try. So in order for me to actually use this monitor, I'm probably gonna have to turn it toward me there. But like if I switch this back over to the Epoch cam, so now you'll see I could have OBS on this computer as well as Discord chat, and Twitch and YouTube chat, have my alerts on the other one, on the other screen. So this should theoretically be a functional setup. Now I'm gonna have to have probably separate headphones than I would normally have connected to the audio out on this screen here, because this screen doesn't have speakers in it, and so I'm not going to be able to. I don't want to hear the Nintendo through OBS, right? I want to hear it. Oh boy, I want to hear it through the pass-through. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like wear that one ear cup right now. Where's the controller? Yeah, there's the controller. Oh, I can't reach it. This is a mistake. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now I can hear. Yeah, let's close this off where we're currently. And I'm gonna have to. There's a volume control on this somewhere. I don't know. But input select system setup. No, don't restart. Where's exit? Is this exit? That's up. That's down. That's exit. Okay. Theater mode, game mode. Okay, so we want to make sure this is on game mode as well, so it's got no delay at all. Okay. So that's brightness. I feel like there is supposed to be a audio volume on this thing somewhere. Because it's kind of loud right now. Okay. So we're on game mode. Input select, system setup. Oh, I just found it. How does it work? No. No. Menu. Down, down, down. Volume. Then we want to select volume. Of course, the song's getting quiet. Okay, we can hear the water. Oh, you know what? I'm actually not sure if it's saving my setting as I go here. It's probably fine. Okay. So, hey, welcome, Sarah. What? I shouldn't be in the shot at all. It should be showing from that camera's point of view. I don't know. So, let's see. Of course, I can't reach this other computer now. Okay. Hey there, everyone. Right now on Joe Highland. Okay, so the problem is because this screen is tilted down, I actually need this one on books too. I just need to lift this whole desk up, is what I'm realizing. But okay, so grumble, grumble, grumble. Really wish there was a way to angle this monitor. Oh, what? I thought these monitors were locked in at a particular angle. Okay, well that's going to save me a lot of trouble. Oh wow. Okay. So, now the problem is when I play games normally I'm looking at this screen with the webcam directly there. So I'm going to be a little bit off in terms of what I'm looking at and stuff like that. But I think it'll be okay. We'll have the ring light like that. Okay. Another one of those days that chills you right to the core, which means it's also a perfect day to go outside and play in the snow. Wait, there's snow in Animal Crossing? We can make a snow boy. Have a fun day out there. Thanks, Isabel. You know, if I put this over here, oh, then you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's probably a way that I could do this so that the earbuds would pick up the in-game sound. Yay, now my hair looks perfect. Okay. So this is my Animal Crossing town. You probably can't see it very well because it's on two separate screens, but we at least have the game working. We have the game working, and I'm going to call that a win. Okay. How are we for time? Okay, I need to wrap up. Let me make sure I haven't missed any tips before we go. Is there? Oh yeah, you have to save and exit or they yell at you. Ready to wrap things up for now? Yeah, save and end. Okay. So, okay, I hope everybody learned something? Question mark? Hey, we actually did get some tips. Thank you so much. Let's see who this is from. Thank you so much to Jays for the 7, who says, hey, Joe, have some more funds. Awesome. Well, that is going to put us, boom, $1 past our first face camera expansion milestone. We're not actually set up for doing those, and I realized I'm not even on the right camera for you to see my face. So holding the abacus up there was not helping as much as I thought it was. So sorry about that, Jays, but I did do the abacus. I'm trying. My brain is fried. This has been a lot. But now, I'm hoping tonight we'll do an actual Nintendo Switch stream from the desktop instead of right now we're on the laptop on a very wobbly table. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. So, anyway, and we should probably, we should raid somebody instead of just ending the stream. And I should just get lower rather than lifting the computer up so it looks at the sky. Because the sky is bright and fanny. Twitch.tv/directory/following. Bum bum ba dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Hey, it looks like Real Philly, who usually throws what do you call those? Eurovision parties, is playing Minecraft today. So why don't we go ahead and send folks his way? When you get there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. Uh-oh. It's not actually letting me trigger the raid. That's weird. Something's up with my browser, and... Huh. Well, that's a problem for another day. I think if I just let it time out, it'll raid Fally anyway, but I kind of want to raid Fally now. I wanted to click... Okay. Yeah, the buttons and the thing with the viewer count didn't show up for some reason. But if I refresh the browser, it does show up. So when you get there, say, howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's right here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do.